we live or what?
It's not quite the second. I don't know. Sometimes it makes me press a button in YouTube, so we'll see what happens. All right. Oh my God, we're live just like that. Just like
You got to
that.
tell me. I was about to pick my nose.
Sometimes it makes me press an extra button, and sometimes it doesn't. So we're here, and we're going to be talking about Reddit dropshipping, and this is going to be fun because we're going to be going through the posts on our dropship. And you know what, guys? This is the popular Reddit dropshipping subreddit, and you know what? I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I have a very big preconceived notion of how this is going to go. I don't really believe in sites like this, and let me give you a brief synopsis as to why. Anyone who needs help and is trying to search out like information on Reddit for free with this type of thing, they're not being responded to by people who actually know what they're doing, and so it's just this endless cycle of like the blind leading the blind and stuff like that. So, what are your initial thoughts, Mike, before we get started?
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think it may be worse than a Facebook group because at least a Facebook group, everyone is paying for the same piece of knowledge and they have something to learn from, whereas anyone can sign up for a Reddit account and there's no way to really be on the same page with people about things. It's like you said, Joe, it's the blind leading the blind. So, yeah, I mean, I'm admitting I don't expect this to go well. But you never know. Maybe there's going to be some smart people on there. In my opinion, I don't think they're going on Reddit to answer people's questions. I could be wrong. In any event, before we get to that, I do want to make an announcement, Joe.
Make it.
If you're not aware, our dropshipping course has about a day and a half left for the sale. So it's buildassetsonline.com/asset. And so you're going to get $500 off our instant e-commerce asset course, high ticket dropshipping course. You're going to get a month free of the elite fleet. I think you get 3 coaching calls. You get our new ads troubleshooting module, which is just worth the price of admission in and of itself. So yes, that will go up in price at the end of the month. So about a day and a half. So please go there, buildassetsonline.com/asset. Use coupon code SourCherry, no spaces, and that'll do it for you.
Yeah, a little dab will do you. So,
little dab will do you. Oh, we have Teeth Health is in here today.
Wow,
He's been,
haven't seen him in a while.
He's been hibernating.
Yeah, guys, if you're new to this channel and you're not familiar with what we teach and what we talk about, the people on our dropship are probably going to be into dropshipping directly from China. Maybe a few other little gimmicky tactics trickled in. That's not the way we do dropshipping. We do dropshipping by partnering with, we live in the US, so we partner with brands in the US. We have students in the UK, in Australia. So we do dropshipping in a much more professional and sustainable fashion. But, I think the people on this subreddit are not going to be into that. And we'll try and read all the questions as loud as we can or as clear as we can for the podcast listeners.
How many people do we have in this Reddit, Joe? I'm seeing there's also an R Shopify.
Yeah, in this subreddit, it just disappeared. Let me refresh it. It's 70,000. 7.4K.
So the Shopify one is just as big. Maybe we'll stray over into that as well. But so all right, I'll let you take the wheel.
Let's get started here. Glazed Panda, I just want to answer this guy's question real quick. Are automated dropshipping sites worth it? No. Okay.
It's worth it if you like giving away $20,000.
Yeah, if you like losing money, then maybe an automated business solution is for you.
Some people are like, masochists, or I don't know what the term for that would be when it comes to like losing money, but hey, some people are into that. So Glazed Panda, I'm happy to automate a dropshipping site for you. It'll cost you $25,000 and there's no refunds. So that's buildassetsonline.com/automate. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Okay, let's go.
Let's get into the subreddit. So we're just going to start with hot. So I'm not going to read this quote by the. Let's go into the weekly QB newbie Q&A and store critique thread from June 29th. I don't know if there's going to be anything in here. Welcome to Q&A and store critiques and weekly discussion thread for our dropship. Are you new to dropshipping? Have questions on where to start? Have a store and want it critiqued? This thread is for questions and critiques, blah, 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 blah. Let's view the discussion. Is there any discussion in here? There's 3 comments. How do we view them? All right. So there's nothing in that thread. Let's go back.
All right, get out of there.
Please. Okay. Success with Pinterest ads. This was posted 3 hours ago. I have a store that is doing quite good on Facebook, women apparel niche. I have been running Pinterest ad for several weeks now, and performance on Pinterest is absolutely terrible. Only 2 purchases after $1,000 spent. The ad cost is cheap, but the traffic is pure garbage. I know some dropshippers are doing really well on Pinterest, so I must be doing something wrong. Is there a way to get better converting traffic from Pinterest? I agree regardless of the type of dropshipping he's doing, I kind of agree with his sentiment. The traffic from Pinterest ads is quite bad.
Yeah. It's like a tier below Google because people go on Google to actually search for things when they're ready to buy it. Pinterest is like just upper level browsing type intent. So yeah, I mean, we've made a couple of decent efforts on Pinterest for some of our blog things, Joe, doing ads for other things. And I have to say, I mean, I could be totally wrong. There's probably someone really good at Pinterest out there, but we have not been able to have that much success with it. I'd say from our current understanding, its best use is just another place to curate content to so that you can get a lot of, free organic traffic, and then you can make money on ads or something like that. But yeah, in any case, I think Pinterest best use is free organic traffic. So whatever method would allow you to take advantage of that, say something like using Tailwind. If you're in the women's apparel niche, then yeah, I mean, you could probably get a decent organic flow going on Pinterest, but yeah, I wouldn't expect too much results.
I think the thing is that you have to, like you said, to focus on organic traffic. I think real success with Pinterest comes with getting like lots and lots of traffic and getting it for free. But you have to do things correctly, and it's not free because you have to actually like put a lot of effort into your Pinterest account. And women's apparel, yeah, I think that would be a great niche for Pinterest. But again, I think if you're just gonna go in there and run ads, unless the ads are like a couple cents a click, which they're never gonna be, I don't think you're ever gonna make money, especially selling apparel. So it's kind of bad in 2 ways, because I don't think the intent is high enough for high ticket stuff, which is the way we do dropshipping. And I don't think that the clicks are cheap enough for like stuff that you can buy on an impulse like fashion. So I think it's a lose-lose.
Well, I was going to say, honestly, 2 purchases on $1,000 spent, that's something you can make work with high ticket, right?
Yeah.
But I think a way to integrate Pinterest with your marketing strategy, if you're doing high ticket, and to be clear, we've never done this. It's not necessary for getting to $1 million a year in revenue or, way beyond that. But if you're able to get cheap Pinterest traffic, at the very least, that is some level of intent more than just like a cold click, right? So what I'm getting to is, if you're driving Pinterest ads or organic Pinterest traffic to your high ticket website, they're still going to get pixeled through your Google Pixel, not the phone, the tag. So that way, when you're doing your remarketing audience and you're doing, say, remarketing search ads or remarketing shopping ads, they would fall into that sort of category, that audience, if they go from Pinterest to Google and now they're searching for your product. And so I would say it could be worth it if you have the ability to track that and the patience to do that. You know what I'm saying, Joe? I think anything to build your retargeting audience, those campaigns are usually better. And so if you can get really cheap clicks and they're not BS clicks, but it's people that are actually browsing and they're interested in what you're doing, then it can be
Yeah.
a profitable campaign.
The problem with Pinterest ads, I just don't think they're ever going to be as cheap as they need to be. And that's the issue. Is that when we've ran them before, I mean, if these were penny clicks, these were a few cents, then that's a different story, but it's never like super cheap.
They're cheap. They're cheaper.
They're cheaper, but it's not. I think it's not cheap enough.
I don't think the ads platform is where it needs to be. Last time I tried to use it, I think the reporting was a bit bad, but it was cheap. Again, not cheap enough, and there's not enough intent. So
yeah. All right, let's go back. So, how to know when to give up on a store? This is an interesting one.
Okay.
Mike, because we have I don't even know the total number of dropshipping stores that we've made and sold. We sold 3 for at least over $300,000, like in terms of what we got when we sold it. But there was never a time when we made a store and we're like, oh, this isn't working, we're giving up on this. And this is exclusive to the AliExpress, dropshipping from China, all the stuff that other people are doing. It's like they're going to give up on a store because their concept isn't working. And
yeah, I'm already reading this. I'm already reading this post.
Yeah. Well, do you want to read it out loud for the
Sure.
listeners?
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out if I should read it from the edit.
We'll read it from the title.
Yeah. So they say, thanks for the input, guys. I'm really interested to know cost-wise, is there a point/rule you guys follow on deciding when to drop a product? I have read somewhere that no sales after spending 2 to 3x, break even, CPP, not sure what that means a clear sign to drop it. So then it goes into the original question.
Cost per product. That's not a term we use, but
okay.
I think CP, yeah.
Hi guys, I've been running a general niche store. It's been 2 weeks and I've spent about $200 in ads, but 0 sales, even though there's been decent traffic. Ads were on and off in those weeks because Facebook banned me a total of 3 times. I've appealed and they've reactivated those accounts. Now my question is, when do you decide to give up on the store? I've asked several opinions and I don't think it's got to do with my website design / advertisements. I've tried multiple ad copies and ad sets. So could the problem just be that the product is simply not good enough? Should I drop this store and the $200 I've spent on advertisement? I'm a first-time dropshipper and I would appreciate any advice.
This guy is spinning his wheels.
Spinning his wheels. I'm confused as to why he would drop the store just because a product doesn't work, especially if he says he started up a niche or general store. But the fact is, Joe, we, back in the day, 2015, we had made a site to do low ticket on, and it didn't work. Of course, we spent probably a few $1,000s in ads, a few $1,000s in coaching, and made a few sales, but we had lost a decent amount of money, and we had already started our high ticket stuff. And so we said, let's transition the store over. We didn't scrap it. We didn't, just throw it in the trash. All we did was take that store, got some high ticket suppliers, and then a couple years later, we sold that store for $110,000.
Yeah. I think this whole idea of like these people have the mentality of just making like a churn and burn website. The odds of us giving up on a website. Kobe Moon says that CPP is cost per purchase, so cost per conversion.
Oh, okay.
Facebook ad terms.
Okay.
But anyway,
Thanks, Kobe.
We've never given up on a website, whether it's a dropshipping store, whether it's a blog, any website we've made. Like, it's never a question of, oh, that's it, we're scrapping it. We might run into a situation where we ignore it for a while, but it's still making, like, even when we ignore it, like, it's still doing something. It's still making money, even if it's a little bit. So, just off the bat, this person, and I think this is reinforced by the whole culture of this type of dropshipping. I think this person just has that churn and burn attitude, and I think they should correct that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I do really understand when it comes down to this type of thing, right? Because you're just sinking yourself deeper into the hole. by saying, no, I'm not going to give up. I've, I've listened to Jared. I'm going to keep, I'm going to keep grinding away at this. I'm going to keep doing my manifestations, and one day it's going to work out for me. Meanwhile, you're, 2x CPP, 3x CPP, then you're 10x, and all of a sudden, you're in too deep, and it does come time to just call it quits. But that's really the difference between low ticket and high ticket, is that you're never going to be in a space where you can't, like, once you turn around your high ticket operation, even if you're in the hole, then it's very easy to recoup. It should be no more than a month or two of, once you actually like figure out your ads and things start going smoothly, that you can get consistent, predictable income. So what are people saying in the comments?
Well, so the first comment reads, that sort of money is good enough reason, frankly, but it's all personal. So this person's saying you should drop the store, just create a whole new store because you wasted $200.
It's a general niche store, though. What are they talking about?
I have no idea. That said, without seeing the site or knowing the products you're attempting to sell, it's a difficult question to answer. It could be the products, the store design layout, the copy, the pictures, or even the adverts themselves that hurt sales. It's just so pointless. Like no offense to this guy, but it's just like, this is just like, bleh. What does this even mean? Why waste your time writing that? And then,
yeah, that's why I don't like Reddit.
yeah,
It's just people wasting their time.
yeah. And then the first guy replied, "Thank you for the input. I am selling small bathroom appliances / fixtures, 8 products, price ranges from $20 to $65. YouTube gurus advise giving up after spending 2 to 3 break-even costs per purchase without any results. So I guess I will probably drop this store." And then someone says, "That's way too small and limited. Maybe you should broaden the niche to home appliances in general." And then this other person says, "I think your mistake here is the product. You cannot have a bathroom small fixture appliance and only offer 8 products. What's the incentive for me to buy at your store rather than buying it on Target site, but also having a much more extensive collection? Plus now I can get stuff from my kitchen too." Okay. So he's saying, like, why buy $25, $20 to $65 fixtures from your low ticket AliExpress store rather than going on like Target or Amazon? And even though this guy's grammar could have maybe been a little better, I agree with his sentiment there.
Yeah. And then the original poster commented back, "It's because at first I thought I wasn't selling conventional products. They have a novelty factor and solves a problem definitely not available at Target. But in retrospect, it's true that it might not be the products, or that it might be the products. It doesn't create an impulse factor for people to purchase. Something for me to take note on the next store." And so
What?
there's so many factors at play here, right? Is it a novelty item? Is it going to create an impulse purchase? Like, I don't know how anyone succeeds with this. And we harp on this like basically weekly, Joe, but I mean, I guess we can't stop harping on it until people stop doing it.
The fact that there's so much activity, like this is activity going on around this. It makes no sense.
How about you just try selling 8 expensive products?
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to get into the market in this weird little schemy way, where if I sell this really impulsy novelty item, that people will just crash into my store and they'll be so tempted to buy it that everyone will just buy it, and I'll be a millionaire. But why? That's not the only way to do things.
Yeah.
I could see. I think that's just the way that people are trained, like, to believe that that's the only way that you can succeed is by luring people into like this impulse purchase trap. And in reality, I mean, there's plenty of things people buy that aren't impulse purchases.
Yeah.
And so it's just, it really is weird to see that. Honestly, the only thing holding this guy back from success is just the knowledge of the fact that he doesn't have to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. There's so many other things you could be doing. And, little plug here for our free course, the Online Asset Playbook, buildassetsonline.com/playbook. Literally any of the business models that we talk about in our free course are like a million times better than this type of drop shipping. Not even just the high ticket drop shipping using Google that we so strongly advocate for. You could be making a blog. You could be making Kindle books. We have free content on this channel. Go watch our video from last week where we talk about how to make your first $1,000 on Kindle the easy way, when we literally show you how to research content you can make for free, put it on Amazon, and then not have to like do this. Just put it on Amazon Kindle, Kindle paperback, and then you don't have to be like worrying about going in the red and all this nonsense. Like, you just put it up and let it sell over the long run. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. Or instead of selling whatever novelty bathroom item you're selling, like I don't know, Donald Trump plunger or something, just how about you sell like a farmhouse sink, something expensive, and people don't have to buy things as an impulse. They can choose to just buy something off your website, and then you get paid for it.
Yeah. It looks
so many.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So I'm just reading through this thread, and it looks like this person's store was posted at one point, but it's gone now. And someone commented, "Try making animated GIFs using those photos. They are more engaging, I think." So this guy's little bathroom fixtures aren't selling, and this guy's telling him to make animated GIFs of your little bathroom fixtures.
See, like that advice, even when we started doing drop shipping, would drive me absolutely nuts. Because, I mean, believe it or not, there was a time where we did struggle with drop shipping. Like, we didn't know what we were doing. We had gone, after we had made our site and, we'd gotten a few sales and we'd kind of verified the business model, we were still struggling, like, say, with our ads and with just understanding how everything scales and how everything fits together with the ads and all that. And we've given that information and more away for free at this point through all of our videos. But, like, we had done coaching calls and all this stuff. And like, someone told us one time that we should take our products and put them on like buy and sell Facebook groups.
Yeah.
And to me, that got me really infuriated, because I knew in my heart that was not a scalable strategy. It's not something big companies are doing, and it's not a sustainable practice. Like, these little tweaks are not going to make the difference between doing a couple sales and doing, even just $10,000 a month consistently in revenue. They're not. And you can just, you can almost feel it. And so something like that, like making gifts out of your products. How many things do you buy on Amazon that are gifts?
Yeah.
There's no gifts. There's no gifts on it. If gifts were the difference between $10,000 in revenue annual or monthly and 100,000, Amazon would be loaded with gifts.
Yeah.
These things are just common sense.
Yeah. And Mike, so in our Discord, you made like a really good. You posted. You were talking about how conversion rate doesn't mean anything, because everyone always asks these. We always tell people, focus on like the things that matter. Like, focus on getting good supplier relationships in your home country, and focus on your ads and making your website look decent. That's it. And so then people ask us, oh, what's a good conversion rate? Blah, blah, blah. Just stuff like that. And you posted a screenshot of how we did like 10,000 in sales. We probably only made like $1,000 or something off of a product like last week. And the conversion rate was like 6 or 7% or something. And you literally said, this is why conversion rate doesn't matter. So what happened with that? Like, what I think that's relevant.
Yeah. So, we had done about 10,000 in sales, like 30 sales of a product, and it was generally inexpensive for what we do. The average order value from all those was probably like $300 or $400. But what's important about that? Our conversion rate was like 7%, just astronomical. But our margins were not that great. And yeah, so we had, this great conversion rate, this nice revenue, but in the end, we're only going to make $1,000 on it. I would much rather, instead of a 7% conversion rate, I'd rather a 0.7, even a 0.2% conversion rate, and sell, a $6,000 item, one $6,000 item, and then we make $2,000 on it.
Yeah.
And so it's less people to deal with, usually a better customer, and it's more profit. None of those things, that story cannot be told in screenshots, in metrics. It comes down to having a good supplier that will give you that good margin, having products that are, you're going to ship it to the customer, they're going to be happy with it, and something that's non-competitive. And even though it's more expensive and it may have a lesser conversion rate because of just different supply and demand things, it's a secondary metric.
Yeah.
And so let's wrap it up. So even the reason that we converted at 7% is because those products were basically out of stock for a very long time. Because of our good supplier relationship with them, we actually got some inventory allocated to us, and we sold out our inventory in like 2 days. So next time what I'm going to do is we were selling that at MAP. We were selling it at the minimum advertised price. I'm not going to sell it at MAP anymore. I need to make more margin on that. So I'm going to purposely lower my conversion rate by selling it more expensive so that we can make more profit, which is the only thing that counts.
Yeah, people have a weird obsession with the vanity metrics, and as we're scrolling through this Reddit, we're about to read another one that someone actually dropped their store, so we're going to take a look at that. I'm already laughing at the URL. Sorry, no offense to the poster, but yeah. So people are obsessed with these vanity metrics, and so far everything on this Reddit has just been about like no real metrics. No one's ever talking about like how much money you're making or not making. Mm-hmm. They're just, their focus is just on other things. Mm-hmm. And if their focus was on the non-vanity metrics, how much are you making and how much are you not making, then they wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
So let's read a few comments. Kobe Moon, he's a low-ticket dropshipper, former AliExpress dropshipping Facebook ad fanboy, recently a Build Assets Online convert, now a loyal member of the Elite Fleet, and in our dropshipping course now. So he says, I feel where they are coming from. There is never a clear answer in low ticket. All of the gurus just say, keep going. Practice makes perfect. WTF am I supposed to work on? LOL. What they are trying to say is keep going until you get lucky with a random product, make some money, take some screenshots, and create a course. Keep putting the course on sale for months to come. Pretty much.
Well, that brings us to an important point, Kobe. And we had talked about this in your channel, but we need to say it for the rest of the world. Why are all these low ticket gurus selling high ticket courses? Someone give me an answer to that.
Yeah.
Please give me a good reason why all these people who tell you that the way to make money is to sell low ticket products on Facebook, and yet for you to come and learn their knowledge or get their product, their product is not low ticket. So yeah. I don't know.
Our courses aren't cheap, but at least we practice what we say we're doing.
Exactly.
Want to give you a high quality product at a high price. That's it. That's the name of the game. So exactly. Let's read this next post on Reddit. No sales, need a second opinion. So about a month ago, I created my dropshipping store, and for the past week, I have been running ads. For the most part, I'm pretty well set on all corners and everything is proper. My ads are good since I am getting a good click per cost for most of them, and my store traffic is decent. 566 visitors, and so far, I have spent $130 in ads. Again, such a focus on these nonsense metrics. My store traffic is decent. Decent for what? What is decent? And he's getting a good cost per click. What is a good cost per click? If you're not making, I'll spend $100 cost per click if it means I'm going to make $1,000 profit.
Exactly.
So My guess. So my issue is that I am not getting no sales and not even any add to carts, he says. Okay, so your other stuff is not good. My guess is either my prices are too high or my site is not well optimized enough and isn't enticing enough. I'd like to get second opinion from literally anyone. Just look at my brand and tell me from a consumer's point of view what is missing or what might look off. So the store, not inside 19. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so we're on the website and it says not inside. Change is made outside. And
It's like protesting gear. Fake this fake Da Vinci mask.
oh my god. What have we
It's
come
like,
what have we
what is
come
it?
to?
I don't know what this is. I don't fully understand it. Click Da Vinci.
What's a Vinci?
Da Vinci. Da Vinci, Dior, these are like high-end designer brands.
Oh,
Joe.
okay.
Uncultured swine.
So it's a face mask and it says Givenchy Paris. So it's like,
I mean, I don't think this is legal.
yeah, I don't think so. Black nut inside TM mask, Givenchy logo printed at front.
Can you go to the comments and see if anyone told them that they can't do that?
Hold on, I want to just look at a few more things.
Okay.
So I think this is like protest gear or something like that. Wait, they're selling Air Jordans?
That's what I'm trying to understand.
What? Made in Montreal Air Jordans. I think. So I don't know. I think this is like protest gear. There's a night. They're selling a nightstick. Okay, so they're selling a hoodie of one of those statues coming down during the protests or whatever. This hoodie is inspired by the current state of affairs in the world, bringing a closer and more unique perspective of how history has a way of repeating. You know, no matter like where you stand on this stuff, I feel like this is like it's in such poor taste to like use like a current event like to try taking a picture of like a current event that probably like means something to people and then trying to like sell it. Like you're just so stupid.
Go to the comments.
Okay. You have some interesting products, which is why you're getting the clicks. The products are quite expensive, but don't look great quality. I'd say you need to reduce the prices or get more hype around your brand, so people are willing to pay premium for your brand. What? I almost don't even know how to reply. Like, this stuff is so silly, I almost don't even know. Like,
Wait. Said, dude, you're selling fake Jordans for $800 and a Benjamin Franklin hoodie that is already spelled already spelled incorrectly. You can't be serious about why you're not having anyone buy your stuff.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, thank you. You didn't realize I had a typo. And for the shoes, I understand it may seem steep, but no, I buy the originals and customize them all by hand. Still, can you do that? I don't know. I mean, I still doesn't explain the Da Vinci stuff, but yeah, man, it's just the same idea of trying to capitalize on a trend, on a moment in time, on people's emotions, just to get them to buy a product. It's not very sustainable. This guy thinks he can just come out of the gate and have a designer brand.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. I'm not too up on how to succeed in the fashion industry, but I mean, neither is this guy, or else he wouldn't be on Reddit. So,
when you have such a bad business model, it's amazing, like, what springs from it. Like, I don't even... It's like this whole business model has created such a thing of so many people failing that it's like everyone's just trying to do like... It's almost like everyone's hungry and they're just like trying to pick up food like off the street or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's people are in desperate situations with these stores.
Yeah.
You know? And Tim Skellinger said, "This is so insane." Yeah, it is tacky to use a movement to line your pockets. But Kobe's saying it's Givenchy. I mean, I've heard it both ways, Kobe. So we can talk about that on another episode.
All right, listen, Teeth Health Central, our good friend, Elite Fleet member, longtime viewer. Can you use Shopify and Tidio on your phone? Do they have apps? Of course you could use Tidio on your phone, man. You have a store. You've made sales.
Yeah, you could just Google Tidio app.
Yeah.
Or go to the App Store.
Yeah. So, is my shop dead? Started my first dropshipping store end of April this year. Ran for 4 or 5 days and did $2,447 in sales. I can't say numbers.
Oh,
it's pounds, actually. He did that many pounds in sales. 55% profit margin. Low value product in the beauty niche. Advertising solely through Facebook ads. Return on ad spend averages around 10, although I got this up to 18.5 on one of my ad sets. Obviously, these only ran for a few days, so I know they aren't that representative. So,
obviously, I was only able to get good performance for a couple of days before it crashed.
Well, he said he stopped selling after a few days due to shipping concerns. However, that has all turned out fine and have now organized with a supplier how to use a fulfillment warehouse in the UK, which cuts my shipping time down to 5 to 10 working days. Just wondering, as it's been a couple of months, is it probable that sales have died now and it won't be as successful, or do I still have a chance?
Wait. Why would sales have died down?
I think he's saying, so what he's getting at is he had this great Facebook ad campaign. I can't tell like how much he's made from this. Like I'd have to like bust out Excel or something. Because he said he got return on ad spend averages around 10. But whatever. Say he got, I don't know how much he's made. Say he made 400 pounds after all of this. But what he's saying is that, so it was running well, and then it stopped running. So he stopped. He stopped the campaigns on Facebook, and he's wondering, like, can he restart it without any difficulty? You know, will it just pick up where it was?
Okay.
I think that's what he's saying. So, you know, let's read some of the comments. Might have to retarget ads. Good call on stop selling due to shipping concerns. And then they responded, started running again today, and ads are definitely less effective than before. We'll have to think about how to retarget ads. I feel like I've covered all my bases with targeting. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, this has to do... I don't know what I have to say. Mike, what do you have to say about this?
Set an ad budget and go for it. We can speculate with you, however, we can guarantee your shop is dead if you don't try again.
Yeah.
I think the suggestion to retarget might have merit, but again, every time I think I know how to product shop, I am surprised. Something I have never considered will emerge, and I always have learned valuable information. You also draw to yourself what you focus on. Focus on positive cash flow, learning something new that you can leverage into higher profits and or new products, and know that you are already a success. It may sound corny or like a silly platitude, but my hunch is you know what you need to do and you are making a mind shift and will go forth and conquer. So they said, thank you for the nice reply. I was definitely in over my boots when I first opened the shop. Learned so much in those 4 days. So looking forward to trying to make it work again. Yeah, I mean, so it just goes back to what we were saying. These people are just using inferior methods. I just don't understand how people can like browse this subreddit and just see everyone have the same problems and not think there's something up with doing this or being encouraged to do something like this. But then again, you can see what the mindset is of these people. And it's
Yeah.
nothing personal against anyone if you're watching this and you're in these groups. It's just that it's almost like a cult. Like you're trained to believe that it's all in your head. You need to manifest these amazing Facebook ads and you're going to manifest a winner. And if it doesn't work out, then you need to just keep going. Don't let the doubts get in your head, and eventually you will succeed. And so it is very similar to cult mentality, where if, say, like a doomsday cult, they say, okay, the world's going to end on this day, and then it doesn't end. Usually what you'd expect is people to be like, oh wow, I was wrong, I'm going to leave now. Instead, what winds up happening is people are so far down in their cognitive dissonance that they're forced to double down on their beliefs. And so they'll make up some weird reason to explain why things didn't go well, and just keep going down that path. And so unfortunately, this is kind of the same thing, like, because the idea that if you're not succeeding, it's something to do with your mind rather than the fact that you're just doing the absolute wrong thing, like you're getting the wrong information. And so it's actually probably hard to break out of this.
Well, I think, Mike, look at this post that I just pulled up. I was looking for scrolling and seeing what could possibly reinforce this and get people to keep going. And I see this post. I made my first sale today.
Oh my god!
And it's got a crying emoji and a prayer emoji.
I jumped ahead to a comment, but we'll go down naturally.
I've tried 3 different products over the span of 3 months, and I finally made a sale. Keep on trying, y'all. Just some inspiration because I was planning on stopping so soon, then this happened. See?
Yeah.
They were just about to stop. They were just about to make the right decision. And then this happened.
I don't know.
You have a look of shock on your face, Mike, for the podcast listeners.
Well, let's go into some of the comments. Okay. So,
I had mine last week. After 2 stores failing, felt great. Congrats, man. This is just the beginning. Congrats. The first sale is the best. Most euphoric feeling you can get.
What's this guy's name, Joe?
Dropshipping Wizard.
Okay.
I remember my first sale. It was almost 2 years ago. Even if the store finally became unprofitable and I had to shut it down, I'm making a living out of this, and it feels amazing. I even still have a screenshot of it. You're making a living out of only dropshipping. Yes. Nice, man. That's my goal. Good for you, Dropshipping Wizard. Is that the comment you saw?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That one basically encompassed it all. Right? I remember my first sale. It was great. I still had to shut the store down because it was not profitable, but it was great. I have a screenshot of it.
But he is making a living off of dropshipping. If he says maybe he really is, if he says he wasn't, it would be way funnier, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that makes it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
all right. I hope everyone here gets millions of sales. He's praying for you. Congrats. I have been running ads for over a week, have around 2,000 website views and a CTR of 9%, but no sales yet. I'm wondering if there is something wrong with my page, but I think I just need to be a bit more patient. Can I take a look at your site? Maybe I can help. Thank you. My site is tidyhome.com. Let's take a look. It's a very nice and polished site according to the Reddit comments. So we're on tidyhome.com. And all right, they're selling a vacuum bag and pump for clothes storage for $6.99. Wow. I don't know what to say about this.
Free shipping?
Free shipping worldwide.
On a $7 item, huh?
$6.99.
How much money could you possibly make on that?
Say you were making $5. Like what? What do you?
Say you're making $7.
Yeah, say you're making $7. What's gonna happen?
I don't know. Let's do the math, Joe. I'm just kidding. I mean, there's no math to do. It's just
The math is you need
ridiculous.
to sell 1,000 of these to make $7,000, and
That's correct math.
assuming it's 100% profit margin. And this person has had
No ad spend.
no ad spend, and this person has had 2,000 website views and no sales. So, good luck selling 1,000 of those.
Wait. Is this the same person?
As the top, same
Wait.
ordinary guy. I don't think so.
This makes me want to throw up. Congrats. I've been running ads just over a week, have around 2,000 website views and a CTR of 9%, but no sales yet. Is there something wrong with my page? I think I just need to be more patient.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
I'm going to throw up. Just be a little bit more patient, and your margins are going to go from 100% to 1,000%, and you're going to make $70.
Yeah.
You're going to make $70 on a vacuum bag. And those 2,000 visitors that you got and that CTR of 9, it's all going to be worth it. How much you think they spent to get 2,000 visitors?
Well, say I don't know, let's give them like a really, really good number. Like, probably didn't get this, but say they got like 20 cents a click. So maybe they spent $400. So if they spent $400, if I do 400 divided by 7, they'd have to sell 57 vacuum bags if they were getting 100% margin on these vacuum bags to make their money back.
What's the cost per click you're giving?
20 cents a click.
Give them 10. Give them 10 cents.
All right, so then they spent, for these 2,000 visitors, they didn't get 10 cents a click, but say they did, they spent $200 on these first 1,000 visitors, or on these 2,000 visitors. And then if you divide 200 by 7, that means they would have had to sell 28 vacuum bags if this was 100% profit margin at $6.99 to make their money back.
How many vacuum bags?
28 and a half.
So they would need a over 10% conversion rate.
Yeah, I think so. So wait, that would be 28 divided by 2,000, right?
Oh no, that's like one. It's like,
yeah, they would need a 1% conversion rate, and they can't, like, which is pretty good. But again,
at 10 cents a click,
yeah.
Right? We bumped it up to 20 cents, then it's going to be a 4% conversion rate.
No matter how you look at it, the numbers don't make sense.
Even like that 7% conversion rate we were talking about, that you're never going to get that. So to even have to convert at 1%, in my opinion, is like too much.
Well, what's going to happen? Like, so say 100 people hit this vacuum bag page. 20 of them, like, in what universe are 20 of them going to be like, oh my God, like add to, like, they can't resist clicking the add to cart button. Like, they have to buy it right now. They're not going to be like, I'm
going to go Google vacuum bag.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to buy it on Amazon, get free Prime shipping, and have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're not going to order a vacuum bag from Tidy Home.
Yeah. But then this guy says, I lost it. He says, I like the name. Oh, someone says, I like the name, and it's a very polished site. Nice. Thank you. Waiting for sales now. Got to nature my pixel more. I think he means nurture his pixel more. Only been running ads a week. So once his Facebook pixel gets a little bit more nurtured, everything will be good.
Yeah. But that, the 1% conversion rate thing reminds me of back in the day, on our first store, we used to sell this product, Joe, and the product itself was not that competitive in terms of like how many people were selling it, but it was in a very competitive space for the product type that it was. And so if we sold this product, it was only like $1,200 or $1,600 for this product, $1,200 to $2,500 depending on what they bought. But if we sold this product, we would get 50% margin plus free shipping.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Actually, in the beginning, the minimum cost for that product was $2,600. So we knew we were going to make $1,300 guaranteed, no shipping costs to worry about. This was before the Nexus tax was a thing. And so we would routinely get charged like $12 a click, $8 a click, $4 a click for this product. And I knew that this product was actually going to convert better than 1%, but it wouldn't get a lot of clicks just because it's not a very popular product type.
Yeah.
But even at $4 a click or $8 a click, this product would still convert profitably. And it's just a night and day thing. I mean, it's not that all those clicks would be that cost. The average CPC would maybe be around $2 or something like that. And so if we think about spend $2 in order to make $1,300, how many clicks do I need to break even? Or yeah, what is that? $1,300 profit divided by $2. So I can get 650 clicks and make one sale. So what is that conversion rate, Joe? 1 divided by 650. Maybe I'm doing some math wrong now because I'm on the fly, but that looks like to me that's a 0.15% conversion rate to break even.
It's not even a 1% conversion rate. Yeah, you're right. It's
a 0.1.
Yeah, it's a 0.1% conversion rate to break even. No, I don't know. Your math was probably on the correct side, but I think it illustrates the point well enough. 650 clicks at multiple dollars per click, one sale to break even. So we're talking night and day here. And you know what the funny thing is? I'm just looking at the site, tidyhome.com, and there are definitely things that we do different when we make a site in terms of the way we lay things out and the things we have listed in prominent places and things like that. But our site was I would say from a design perspective, not that much better or worse than this one.
Our first site, Joe?
Yeah, our first site.
Yeah. Not much different. Maybe it had a little bit more to it. The menus were a little bit different, a little bit more filled out. It looked more like an e-commerce, like a regular e-commerce store.
I'm saying
it's not. Yeah.
The reason I'm saying that is because I feel like I'm not saying that because our site wasn't better, because I think it was better, but I'm saying to the person in the Reddit comments, they're going to be looking at every little detail of maybe if your logo was a little bit bigger, or maybe if you had these animated GIFs of the products, maybe it would sell more. So I guess I'm just trying to illustrate no, it's not the site. It's not the way the site looks.
Yeah. We'll see this site on Shopify Exchange soon for $500.
Yeah.
Why is everyone saying congrats?
Well, because remember, this is a thread of the person that got their first sale today, and this was someone else posting.
Their first sale night.
Yeah. Okay, and then let's just read a few more comments here. Good stuff, bro. I made my first my first attempt back towards the end of February, but I ended up canceling because shipping times were 2 months due to COVID, but I gave up after that. Awesome. I got my first sale this month too. Want to work together and get us a second sale and more? Oh man. Everyone's talking about sales. No one's talking about profits.
Because they think that getting that first sale is the first piece of data that they need to start optimizing those Facebook ads, optimizing that website, and then before they know it, it's just going to be profitable sales out the wazoo.
Yeah. So facing a problem with my first sale. Please help. So I got my first sale on Wednesday, 24th of June. The price of the product was $11.99 plus $99 shipping for a total of $12.99. I informed my supplier about it, and me being ignorant, I didn't know there was a minimum order quantity of 10 on the product. He told me that they'll ship one quantity just for us once, and the additional shipping fee will be $25. I need help right now. How do you guys handle products with high MOQs? Do you wait until you get a certain amount of sales and then order? I am confused right now and don't know what to do except wait. Huh. And then he just went on AliExpress and found a free shipping deal. Thanks, man. Saved my life. Okay. Not much to say about that. But.
All right. Good for them. Creating solutions.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for something interesting. I gotta say, this episode is probably like a little less interesting than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's not our usual style.
Yeah.
Wait. Go up. There was one that was like selling 2 product types on one store. Oh yeah, there we go. 2 different niches in one store.
Yeah, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. Why don't you take this one?
All right. So, the original post reads, "Hello, I have a general store and I want to test out more products. One product is working pretty well right now. Now I want to add a second product from a different niche. I guess that wouldn't work out that well because of the Facebook pixel. Is there any free way to create a second pixel for a specific product, or does Facebook notice that it's from 2 different niches?" So this is actually a decent question. I thought they were going to be asking like, should I do 2 different niches on one store? But I don't know if Facebook can differentiate. What does this person say? If you have your pixel set up correctly, you wouldn't need a new pixel. As far as I know, you wouldn't put multiple pixels on one store. Pixels fire on pages, so you can just set the actions on the new product pages. So the person then responds, yeah, but if it's a different niche, the pixel will optimize for a different audience, or am I dumb? So this person basically is saying that their Facebook pixel is getting tuned up for this one specific niche, and they're scared that if they go and apply it to a different one, that it will cause the pixel optimization to get out of whack. And there may be some truth to this. I'm not totally sure, but this does bring up an issue, and that on top of Facebook ads, being what they are, people always go back to the idea that once I build my pixel up and I optimize my pixel, Facebook is going to know how to send all this converting traffic to me, and that's what's going to make it for me. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think relying on an algorithm to just send you sales because it's this almighty, all-knowing algorithm, and it can pick out based on your visitors who are the buyers are going to be and stuff like that. While that may work temporarily, I mean, I'm sure like lookalike audiences and like parts of the algorithm, they work. They work to some degree. But to build your business off of just relying on AI to send you sales is actually really dumb in my opinion. Joe, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I mean, so the thing about it is when you're getting over reliant on the Facebook pixel, you got to really have a long-term approach to this. People think that they're going to just put up this AliExpress dropshipping store and the Facebook pixel is going to work magic for them. And that's really just not the case. I mean, it can work well if you have like a campaign where, maybe you show someone a video and they watch 50% of the video, and then you target people that watch the 50% of the video, and you're very intentional and careful using the Facebook pixel targeting and using the information that it's spitting back out at you. But
that's not even really AI though. That's just basic like segmentation that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Because you're manually deciding, right? Like, okay, these people have engaged with my content to a certain degree. Now I'm going to target them with something else. So that's like a measurable, verifiable thing to narrow down like a warmer audience, and then just retargeting them based on that. But I think this idea of like the pixel, like we're a huge advocate of pixels. We do lookalike stuff with Kindle, and we do a lot of Facebook traffic, believe it or not. on to Kindle and stuff like that. We even do retargeting, but the inherent idea that building the pixel is going to save you and it's going to make you profitable, it goes back to this like cult mentality thing. I haven't made enough offerings to the pixel. I haven't given the pixel enough users and prayed and just kept at it until the pixel finally has decided to reward me and bring me all of these buyers.
You know what? If the pixel was so all-knowing, then how come we see all the low-ticket dropshippers, all their campaigns are dead? They have a hit viral campaign and then it dies. So obviously the pixel got lost along the way.
Well, Joe, I mean, that's just the pixel works in mysterious ways. Who are you to judge?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If you put up a shrine to Kevin Zhang on your wall, maybe it'll work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like using pixels and using retarget audiences and even using just like the machine learning stuff is really good. But if it's built on just if your business model is garbage, it can only do so much. Like we don't really do much with our dropshipping stores. We don't do much of like the machine learning stuff. Say like going on Google and taking our retargeting audience and doing like maximize conversions. And that's just because I actually don't trust it. I want to be in control of our data and how we use our audience. So say if we did maximize conversions, would it work out well? Maybe it would, but I would just rather do things manually, take the audience that we've pixeled, retarget them, set the bid on that, because these machines, these AI, they actually need a lot of data to make decisions. And it's not that they don't work, because I'm sure Google has a very sophisticated algorithm for like determining behavior patterns that lead to purchases. And Facebook probably has this too. Say it's like the number of websites that they browse, because they're tracking you on everything. Say if you browse 5 websites and then you did this and then you did that, they have data to confirm that you're more likely to buy off of your next click. And that's also what enhanced CPC does. Enhanced CPC on Google will take like that AI learning stuff, and it'll charge you more if it thinks they're more likely to convert. Whether I have no evidence to suggest having enhanced CPC on or off makes a difference. I still use it because I'll pay more for a click, whatever. But in the end, you need to be profitable without that first, no doubt. You need to be profitable like before you start bringing in pixels and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. I mean, our dropshipping stores don't need any of that at all. The enhanced, it doesn't need a machine learning thing to be profitable. I mean, and there's a lot of stuff online that's just it's really not trackable in a way. Like you were talking about the other day, maybe you can track up to 70% of what you're doing. Like Google's going to mess up 30% of the time. Facebook's also going to mess up. They mess up. That's the thing. So yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying, that it's not always about you have to be paying attention to the data.
They're not all knowing. They can barely keep track of. Are we on like a lag or something?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we're good.
We're like cutting each other off.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, all I was saying was Google can barely keep track of like a phone sale. So I can't expect it to know when I'm going to get a click that's going to result in someone calling and then me making a sale, especially for like super high ticket stuff when you're not getting a whole lot of conversions on that. But one conversion and you make several $1,000s on it, that has a huge impact on your business. Yeah. So these people aren't playing that game. They're playing this game of just relying on this secret AI to like transform their business and give them the lifestyle that they want. But we're certainly not there yet in the technology. and it just makes sense just to just get the traffic with the intent, get them in the door, have them call you, have them go on the website, whatever, and just sell them an expensive product.
Yeah.
That's really all you need to do.
I have a pretty good example, Mike. So if anyone is familiar with the software called Ahrefs, Ahrefs, it's like an SEO software. It helps you track your organic rankings, organic keywords, stuff like that. And it's a very popular software. And I was listening to an interview once with the one of the founders or whatever, one of the head guys, Tim Solo, or whatever, however you say his name. And the way Ahrefs gets customers is they do a wide variety of things. So they put out blog posts that rank organically in Google. They have a YouTube channel where they put out like a bunch of informative content. They do guest posts on other people's sites. I'm sure well, this was on a podcast, so they go on other people's podcasts to give value and talk about their product. And what Tim was saying is that not all of their sales are trackable. And because people just go to ahrefs.com, sign up, and sometimes they're in different browsers, and people just buy. And there's a large percentage of their sales that they have no attribution for. And he was saying, like, that's just the way it is. A lot of this is you take your best guess. You go on the places where you think your audience is going to be. In the case of dropshipping, it's Google because they're searching for products. In the case of software, you're going on places where, people might be listening for solutions to problems that they have. You're creating blog posts addressing people's problems. You're creating YouTube you're creating YouTube videos that address people's problems. And the sales are going to come because you are getting the information in front of the right audience. You're getting the product in front of the right audience. Not all of it is going to be trackable. So if companies like that, like Ahrefs, aren't tracking everything and they're not super obsessed with the pixel and all this stuff, like these people selling these vacuum bags for $7.99 think the pixel's going to come in and save them. Crazy. So
that's a very good point. Even the most like technologically advanced company when it comes down to online business, like Ahrefs, they're crawling they've developed bots that will crawl the entire friggin' internet, and they can't even keep track of all their sales. And I think we went through that lesson for sure, thinking that there was some way that we can advertise that we would just be hitting the nail on the head. But you can really only hit the nail on the head by like doing exact match text ads. But to not get too far ahead of ourselves, I think that's definitely how we thought about it. Like in the beginning, that there was some way that we can do things that would save us and it would just, everything would be good. But in reality, it just came down to, you need to just drive the best traffic possible and almost just create this like, James Schramko will call it the chocolate wheel, right? It's just like this turning vessel of content and ads and all these things, knowing that people are going to come in from any direction. They may bounce around, but in the end, it's all going to lead back to your main product.
Yeah.
And so, like on one of our stores, we do Google ads, we have a blog site, we rank organically, we do like quizzes, YouTube stuff. It's a lot. And we know it's not going to be trackable. But all we care about, our sales coming in, is our ad spend less than our profits. And then you have to let everything else just be as it is.
Yeah. And you don't have to break the bank with it either. Just, reinvest a little bit into a blog post, reinvest a little bit into whatever you need to reinvest into. But that it all works because it starts with the Google ads. Or, that's in the case of dropshipping. In the case of this, like in Build Assets Online, we're just putting content out. So there really is not many ads to talk about, but we know that we're putting out content that people resonate with because they buy our course. So we'll put out similar content. Kobe Moons.
And for example, actually, someone we had a new member sign up. They said they found us on Quora.
Oh yeah.
I even forgot that you went for a little bit answering questions on Quora, but they found us on Quora, and then they got immersed in our content,
Yeah.
and then they wind up as a customer.
Oh, look at
So
that. Oh, it's a good
what's
sale.
that?
No,
Make
it was a cha-ching.
oh, whatever. But yeah, so it's hard to rely on an algorithm to bring you these pinpoint accurate metrics, these pinpoint accurate customers using this algorithm. You just have to shoot from the hip most of the time, unfortunately, in online business. And even, that's, I mean, it's way more targeted than it used to be back in the day. Like, I have friends that work for these big media agencies where it's like old school, Marriott wants to buy $10 million in TV commercials.
Huh.
It's like, how could you even track that? Maybe now you could do it a little bit, but back in the day, before there were even computers,
Yeah.
like how are you tracking commercials and sales and stuff like that? No algorithm, no nothing.
Yeah. Kobe Moon says, by the way, the Facebook ad set optimizes and is terrible at it. It is not the pixel. That is a massive misconception in the AliExpress space. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. That the pixel itself, everyone's looking for more pixel data, but it's really the ad set inside the campaign you've created that is realizing like, okay, people are clicking this ad, they're buying at this time, yada yada yada. That makes a lot more sense. Wasn't really I wasn't exactly sure about the pixel thing, honestly. I was reading what that guy was saying, that he needed to nurture his pixel, and I thought there was some truth to that. But I believe what you're saying, Kobe.
I believe in nurturing the pixel.
I believe in nurturing it, but then you gotta, use the information it gives you, not just rely on it. Anyway, people are dropping out like flies. Let's wrap it up here, Mike.
Okay. All right. Well, please let us know how you enjoyed this episode. Should we do more stuff like this? Should we not? Before we go, have a new chat. J Bands says, "What would you define as a unique product?" Well, it could be unique in any multitude of ways. Is it? I'd say, is it just something that there's not a lot of in the marketplace? For example, like a slop sink that you can go to Home Depot and buy. Trying to sell a slop sink. Could you do it? Maybe there might be some people out there drop shipping slop sinks, but they're usually of similar dimensions, of similar colors. No one even really cares about the color. There's no unique features that any one particular slop sink will have. So to drop ship slop sinks would probably not be the best thing to do. But there any other product, especially if it's like a high-end product, the brands that are selling these products have found a way to put a unique spin on it. So it's something you can do. If you said you signed up through Jared, I'm not sure if you're in our course, if you're in his, but
I don't think Jared has a course, does he?
they have like some like little intro thing. But yeah, most find good suppliers first, and they should already have taken care of that. But if you're in the course, just go through like the niche research modules and stuff like that. And we outline how to go and look up different products. So yeah, that's that. Good luck, J Bands. So that's about it for this episode. Don't forget, guys, the high ticket dropshipping course, Instant E-commerce Asset, is available on sale until the end of the month. So it's about 36 hours left. It's buildassetsonline.com/asset. Use coupon code SourCherry to get $500 off, get a free monthly lead fleet, get coaching calls with us, all that good stuff. Actually, it also includes the ads troubleshooting module. Teeth Health Central said earlier, great Google troubleshooting module that you added smiley face. So another wonderful testimonial on that. That's it, guys. Thank you for coming, and take it easy.
I got one more thing to say. I was looking at our YouTube metrics, and
Take it easy yet.
they could take it easy, but listen up. I was looking at our YouTube metrics. 65% or 70% of the people who are watching our channel have not subscribed to our channel. So if you're in that boat, just subscribe, please. I want to know you're out there.
Sure.
So that's about it, guys. buildassetsonline.com/asset. Coupon code SourCherry. If you don't want to miss the sale. And don't forget to grab our free course, buildassetsonline.com/play.